Hi, I'm Irish Madness, here with you again to go over a few basic tips on how to prepare your glow sticks. Unfortunately, I've had some problems over the past few months, so I haven't had a chance to make any more tutorials or anything like that. But I promise, come Shiny Tree Day, I'll be pumping them out because I got a new camera coming that can actually properly get these things on film. And let's see, tonight we'll be going over how to properly melt the tip of the glow stick. We'll go over why we do that later, and string lengths and how to tie them, as well as how to get common tangles untangled. So let's get started on the portion of how to melt the tips and why we do that. Alright, we're going to go over how to get from this to this. The main reason we do that is we tie them through the hole right there. And that little bit of plastic, it breaks like a bitch. So what you want to do is you're going to melt the top of this down to get this. Because unfortunately these will break, fly off, and if they hit someone, well, it's your problem then. This, I've actually never had a tip melted down break. So let's get started. Alright, we're going to go over how to melt these tips down real quick. Any lighter will do, a Bic, one of the long ones, whichever. Take it, slowly apply the heat evenly across it if at all possible. Most of these tips are all the same on most glow sticks. Some of them are a bit thinner. These I actually prefer, and they're only like $1.50 at Walmart. Once it starts to get clear and warp like that, just a little bit more. Take the bottom of the lighter and just smear it on there. Try to roll it across. After that, it's normally cooled off enough. Actually take your fingers, and you can kind of press it into a little half circle shape, just like that. Try to keep the top smooth without any jagged edges if you can. Voila, it's that easy. Alright, let's go over how to tie them and how to wrap them around your hands. As easy as it sounds, I guess you could do it any way you like and it'll probably work, but I'm just going to give some general tips, advice, my experience on it. I've seen a lot of people take both of them and then just loop it around, tie it off like that with both of them. It's a good wrap, but unfortunately I use 45s. Speaking of which, I would suggest these strings to beginners out there and pretty much anyone. These tips are awesome. They're 45s, they work with right out my hands, and these things are actually pretty high quality for $1.50. They'll hold up for about 6 months or so, and my favorite feature of these is these metal tips right here. They do not fray, and they rarely, if ever, come off, so you don't ever have to worry about having to get a new pair because the tips fell off and the core popped out. So anyways, the other way I've seen people tie it is the way I tie it, personally. Just a simple knot will do. Nothing flashy, nothing amazing. You just tie it, tighten it, you're done. That's it. As far as how to wrap your hands with this particular length and knot, I prefer to take them middle finger behind the ring finger, back out in front of the pinky, wrap it around the pinky, wrap it around the two fingers, and you've got the perfect length. If you're going to learn more wrap-centric moves or glow stringing moves, I would suggest this length. Goes around your hand twice, fits in your palm perfectly almost every time you should catch it. It's a good exercise to practice as you start anyways. And if you're going to learn more poi-centric moves, more crossers and flowers, I guess. Longer strings tend to help for stuff like that, so you can take the wrap off or practice however you'd like. It does make wraps a bit more difficult though. And with that, I believe we move on to tangles. Give me a minute to get one set up. Alright, tangles. Nothing can be more annoying than glow string and hypnotizing people and slowly taking over the world one club at a time than having a fumble and losing everyone's attention. So the most basic tangle a lot of people will get is really just as easy as it wrapping around itself several times. The more you pull, the less progress you'll make normally, except for that time, for some reason, I don't know why. Really the biggest thing I can suggest for getting tangles out is take your time and be gentle, sometimes just as much as that will get them untangled. I don't know why, but it works. If you're going to get any tangles out, and you will get a lot of tangles when you're starting, especially as you learn more intermediate moves, Really just go really slow, find where they're knotted at, and untangle them. Don't let the tangles get you discouraged. Everyone has them when they start. It's just something you have to go through. Eventually you'll get them less and less frequently, but by the time you're done, you can untangle any rat's nest of cords. Trust me. With that, I believe that would be the end of this tutorial. I wanted to apologize to everyone out there about Janicon. Unfortunately, it seems they got a shortage of funds due to the economic crisis, and they were unable to have it here in Jacksonville this year, so they moved it to Orlando. Long story short, we did not end up attending, so I apologize to anyone who showed up at the Hyatt and was completely befuddled. The next thing is, come after Christmas, I will be able to pump out a lot more videos a lot more frequently. This little camera is just not holding up anymore, so I'm replacing it. The main reason you haven't seen any active work from us three is mainly I had a death in the family recently, so I've been taking some time off and been a bit busy around here, and Love to String and Konami Code have been occupied with stuff, I guess. Anyways, this is Irish Madness. I hope this helped you at least a little bit. Feel free to comment or send us a message on any tutorials you'd like to see coming up. Have a good one.